I lived right in this actual house for like 5 years. In fact, this is where all of the Beauty in the Common conversation began, and we've had a ton of memories in this house. We've had parties and we've had potlucks, but there's also been some really difficult seasons as well. In fact, a lot of times when my heart was hurting, it was this room that I would come to sing and process. And there's a lot of tears that have been shed right here in this space, and a lot of friends that have grieved with me. Now, I think for a lot of us, our idea of the Bible as it pertains to suffering is sort of like Ned Flanders, but the thing that I really love about Scripture is that it doesn't skirt the stories of pain and sorrow. Something like 2/3 of the Psalms are actually Psalms of lament. In fact, there's a whole book called Lamentations. Guys like Job and Jeremiah, they actually say to God, I wish I hadn't been born. See, the Bible doesn't hide the stories of pain, sorrow, and grief, and I think that means that we don't have to either. I heard a Russian pastor years ago. He said something like, Christians are like nails. The harder you hit them, the deeper they go. And I think there's something profoundly beautiful that happens in our heart when we allow ourselves to grieve. But in the Western context that a lot of us live in, we don't really grieve well. We try to isolate and cushion ourselves so we don't fully experience it. But I think it's in the pit of grief and sorrow that there's a space that's carved out in our heart to love and show compassion to others. Now, maybe you're not the one who's grieving. Maybe you know someone who's grieving. There's this beautiful ancient Jewish tradition called sitting Shiva. And what would happen was when someone was feeling the ache of sorrow and pain, their friends would simply sit and weep with them. They wouldn't offer any platitudes. They wouldn't offer any solutions. They would simply be still with them. In fact, I think we don't love people by trying to make their pain go away, but by first weeping with them. And it's when we're changed by their sorrow that we can begin to find true healing. In fact, think about it this way. I think that sometimes the most painful part of our story can be the most life-giving part of someone else's. So when the Bible doesn't skirt but enter into the pain, I think that that is our goal and hope as well, that we don't just simply dismiss it away, but like a house, we enter into it because we know that while pain and suffering may be all around us, that God is in the process of making everything new.